And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Okay, today's satellite imagery showing not a lot going on out here over the Bering Sea. Some snow showers here down to the Pribilof Islands, and even less of that with increasing clearing over the central and eastern Aleutians. See the clouds from the next front pushing in over Shimiatu as it tries to push into the western Bering Sea. And a couple of storm systems here start at the beginning. One here kind of tracking in toward the Panhandle, and then it kind of splits another center pulling back to the northwest with a lot of clouds here, mid and high level clouds mostly, actually precipitation producing clouds here over Bristol Bay, kind of linking up with a trough there farther to the north, and then the front here extending in over the Panhandle. Heaviest rainfall amounts over the southeast coast, down to the south, Prince of Wales Island, in toward Ketchikan, Net, Metlakatla picking up anywhere from 0.8 of an inch to 1.25 inches in the last 12 hours there, with lighter precipitation up to the north. You can see that front pushing well into Canada here by this last frame there. Showers over the southeast coast remain, and kind of a steady snow going on up the Klondike Highway toward Haines and Skagway. Next system down here to the south, that'll be tracking northeastward and then pulling back to the northwest over the next couple of days, bringing another round of heavy wind and rain into the southeast coast with snow in other areas. On the chart, here's this first low here that's kind of pulling back to the west and weakening considerably this afternoon. The main front pushing well into Canada and then kind of draped across the northern Panhandle there back into the Gulf of Alaska. Nice day over much of interior areas here with variable high clouds. Southern Alaska here, some clearing up into the interior, all the way to the Arctic coast. Weak trough here along the western areas. That brought some light snow today to Bristol Bay up into the southwest interior, southern Kuskokwim Valley. Snow showers, areas of light snow all the way up across the Seward Peninsula toward Kotzebue Sound, maybe along the northwest coast. And otherwise, just some snow shower action there for the Pribilof Islands, and a little bit there pushing down toward the Aleutians. Really not a lot going on. Weak low back here to the west, we'll see tonight. That tracks eastward here over the northwest Bering Sea. Cold front dragging across the Aleutians. Snow showers continue in advance of that in the colder air here over the central and eastern Bering Sea areas. Light snow or snow showers again along that trough along the west coast there. No change over the interior, well below zero here over the central and eastern part of the state, down in the Copper River Basin, and increasing clouds, thickening mid and high level clouds over southern Alaska later tonight as this first impulse of moisture presses up toward the North Gulf Coast. Keeps it wet and windy over the Panhandle. Next front right on its heels there, pushing in toward the coast tomorrow. That'll increase the winds, gale force winds and rain. Again, along the coast of the Panhandle stays precipitation likely over the remainder of the southeast coast, increasing, pushing up toward the North Gulf Coast. Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula, periods of rain back into Kodiak Island after a break this afternoon. Showers along the Bering Sea side of the Alaska Peninsula in the form of snow, scattered snow showers along this persistent trough axis here in the western interior, back up to a little bit more widespread area of possible light snow there for the northwest coast into Selawik, maybe Ambler area, northern Bering Sea, light snow showers, but light winds as well. And this cold front edging eastward there, bringing increasing chances of some snow in toward the Pribilof Islands, with some precipitation dragging across the Adak-Atka area. Outlook for the next day, another cold front drops out of the Russian Far East here in Siberia to about this position by Tuesday afternoon. Still well west of the Pribilof Islands and mostly north of the Aleutians, bringing increasing precipitation, but not much in the way of wind there to the western Aleutians. Not too bad for the Adak-Atka area, quiet for the southeast Bering Sea into Bristol Bay, a little breezy, but dry for the Alaska Peninsula. And then this low center tracks back in toward the Gulf of Alaska, tightening the gradient up here. So look for some increasing winds for Cook Inlet down toward Kodiak Island and channeled areas of the Copper River Basin as well, and even stronger winds in store for the North Gulf Coast. Rain and wind again, now a little heavier up here over the northern areas there with that front pushed in toward the north coast, and even looking for some persistent snow over the northern panhandle, as we'll see, due to that snow. There's a winter storm warning out here for the Klondike Highway, Haynesboro, on up towards Skagway from noon Monday until noon Tuesday. For anywhere from 5 to 12 inches of snow will fall in that area. And by the afternoon should change over to rain as temperatures rise into the lower 40s up in this area. But precipitation mostly in the form of rain, especially at sea level for the remainder of the southeast coast. Lows tonight, below zero, central eastern interior, anywhere from 20 to 30 below in the colder areas of the eastern part of the state. Mid-teens below zero for the Copper River Basin, teens above zero, south central Alaska. Mid-30s for Kodiak Island, and teens all the way out toward the west coast, 20s for the Bering Sea, lower 30s for the Aleutians, and upper 20s, mid-30s northern panhandle, upper 30s, lower 40s to the south. And then highs for tomorrow, 5 to 10 here for the Arctic coast, a little chillier for the north slope. Highs anywhere from 5 below to 5 above, or actually highs 15 below to 5 above here for the eastern part of the state, near zero in the central interior. And upper 20s for the northern Bering Sea, mid-30s for the Pribilofs, upper 30s to lower 40s for the Aleutians, lower 40s for Kodiak, and in the mid-20s for south central Alaska, but upper 30s for Homer, and shade below zero for the Copper River Basin, mid-upper 30s northern southeast coast, upper 40s to the south, followed by lows staying in the 40s here for the southern panhandle and above freezing for most areas, even over the northern areas. So that snow will be on the wet, heavy wet side there for the warning area up there. And lows anywhere from quite a range from 0 to 25, 30 below in the central eastern part of the state, coldest here in the east, milder in the west again, 20s for the Bering Sea, lower 30s for the Aleutians, and 5 below to 5 above for the lows for the Arctic coast. And then the highs, 0 to 10 above for the Arctic coast up there, and staying below zero again for the most part for the central and eastern interior north of the Alaska Range. Golcano forecast high of 4. Valdez 30, mid to upper 20s. South central Alaska, mid-30s for Homer and Kodiak, and highs in the 40s for the southeast coast.